We're going to get into a little bit of a tough conversation for us here at Rogers, and definitely Jeff Chapman was somebody who really struck the hearts of a lot of people, no matter who he talked to. And it's, I'll be honest, I was walking down the stairs last night at the Bayshore, and usually whenever we're doing game notes, Jeff is right there, ready to talk to us before game notes.
And because that's the exact moment that's the exact time I thought about it too. It's weird. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
No, absolutely. And it's different not seeing Jeff around here, but quickly tell me, we do have a couple-minute video I do want to show here honoring Jeff, but if you could say just a little bit of what your time with Jeff was like.
Yeah, how much time do I got, Matt, here to ramble?
You have a couple minutes before we go to the video.
Yeah, and I know this is still really fresh in a lot of our minds. It's something that happened would seem to be really sudden to most of us, and I know for me that I don't know if it's fully set in yet, just because of how sudden that it was. But I've thought about it a lot today, and you know me, I drive around all day. I don't have too much to think about, so this has been taking up a lot of my thought process. And I think the one thing that I found maybe a little bit of peace in is the fact that Jeff was happy doing what he did, right? He spent 21 years at Rogers because he liked to be at Rogers. He liked to do those things. And I think in the world we live in, there's so many of us who we're running around. It's the rat chase of the world, and we're all basically controlled by, where we're working and what we're doing, how we're making money to pay the bills and things like that. And I think I found just a little bit of peace in the fact that although Jeff's time wasn't long enough here with us, the time he did spend here, he spent doing something that he really liked. And, my mom asked me what type of person he was, and I didn't really know what to say at first. And I sat there and I thought about it a little bit. And, the one, I guess, attribute that comes to mind when I think of him was he was just a very pure person, He never did anything mean to anybody. His jokes never crossed the line to the point that they would hurt your feelings. He never had any ill intentions in anything that he did or said, and that's part of it. What made you so attentive to him and want to have those conversations with him. And you mentioned you lost a bet with him once, and he didn't rub it in your face. I think you said that he came over and just said, "Good luck next time, Sandy," and that's just the type of person. The type of person that he was.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll keep you on the line here with some closing comments, but we'll now show you this tribute video we have for the beloved Jeff Chapman.
Hi, my name is Jeff Chapman. I've been a volunteer with Rogers now for 18 years. I have had so many different jobs here at Rogers, from on-air to cameraman to even helping getting shows ready, like production assistant. My main job at the attack game is I'm the graphics person. When people see, like, say, score updates or something, that's usually my role. In Grey County Life, I just enjoyed doing it now for almost the past 11 years. I've met so many different friends and people. And I'm a huge sports fan, as everyone knows. Like, it's hard to narrow it down, but if I had to pick my favorite show, it'd have to be Attack Hockey and Grey County Life. Yes, you do keep learning, even if you're just starting here, because I've learned so many different things in my experience here. I love working with different crews.
Well, it's a good thing that we're towards the end of the show, because I don't know how much longer I would have been able to keep things together there. But John, we still have you on the line. Quickly, we only have a couple minutes left, but if you could tell us your most fondest moment that you remember with Jeff.
Yeah, that's thanks, Matt. Because I just wanted to add a couple things, and that was that, you know, Jeff, he would the odd time he would refer to me as Don Cherry because of what I do at the attack games, and you know, it's just how far Don has come with what he says, and you know, I always knew that maybe I always knew Jeff meant that as a compliment, even though I maybe didn't want to tell him that I might tell somebody that as an insult these days, but Jeff always meant that as a compliment, and you know, as somebody who once did really look up to Don Cherry, that meant a lot to me. And the other thing I would like to add is that yes, Jeff lived with mental and physical limitations, but Jeff never let those two things dictate the way he lived. He never let those things dictate the way he treated people, the way he acted. And, you know, I was always sort of envious of the way that Jeff never was nervous to just walk up and start a conversation with someone. And for me, I get nervous about those things. I don't like it. And I look at the Leafs alumni game as an example. I've got Wendell Clark standing right in front of me, and a Leafs legend, and I just couldn't get the nerves together to even go up and introduce myself. But I guarantee you, if it was Jeff in that chair, he would have went up and just told him his favorite story about him, and he'd just do those things. He was really good at starting conversations, and it's gonna be weird to you know, go to the rink, and not just attack games. He did so much more. If it was Weekend at the Rink, where he even got the chance to do some on-air stuff, or any of the other shows that I help out on, if it's the lacrosse in the summer or soccer or whatever it is, it's going to be a big transition period for not just us as people, but as Rogers as a cable network.
Absolutely, John. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and we thank you very much all for watching this special edition of Attack Wrap.